Imogen's living her best life. Dancing, pizza, friends.
Charlie, can I use your bathroom?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, tell her right before she's got to take a dump. Imogen, listen, I know you're in a hurry, but she's like, oh God, you got to tell me quick because that pizza and the cupcake. Hey guys, welcome to David vs. Film. I am David, yo soy David, and tonight I'm going head to head with Heartstopper, Season 2, the premiere episode. A big hey, hi, and hello to all of you, but to returning viewers and especially returning subscribers, what's up? It is finally here. It is time to watch the premiere episode of Heartstopper. I was planning on watching this tomorrow because as I'm filming this, it's actually Wednesday night / Thursday morning at like 2 a.m. But then you know me, I can't hold water. I get too excited. And so I thought, okay, I have to watch this the actual late night it comes out. We're gonna do a little bit of an intro here. So if you just want to see the reaction, go ahead, skip this. I won't mind. No harm done. But for those of you who are interested, like me, and want to talk about this, let's go ahead and get into it, okay? So going into it, I will say this is not a show that I even knew I was going to get into or like. It was about teens in the UK, and at this point in my life, that is so far from my reality. But I kept an open mind and certainly went off you guys' recommendations, and you were always right, and I fell in love with the show. I have to give a special thanks to one of my really great friends, Dan, who sent me the books. Unfortunately, I have not read them because I don't want to spoil anything with the show, but I love them so much. I keep them right here, like Phoebe's bike on Friends that she doesn't know how to ride. I keep them right here, and every day I look at them. Well, usually they're back on the back desk, but for today they've been elevated to the prime spot because, of course, we're watching season 2. Now, getting into season 2, I did watch the trailer, and I put that on the channel. I watched, obviously, season 1 for the channel, so I know what happened then, but I have tried to avoid spoilers for this season. So, short of anything we saw in the trailer, I have no idea. I haven't read anything about it or listened to interviews or anything like that. So I do have some questions, or I guess really things I'm just kind of looking out for. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk with you about before we jump into the reaction itself. I made notes so that I would not forget because I'm taking this very seriously. Yeah. So the first thing I wrote was the honeymoon period. I don't know if there will be a honeymoon period between Nick and Charlie. That is one thing I'm waiting to see. I mentioned several times in the first season's reactions that I feel like this show was very light. It didn't get too dark into like, you know, pain and heartbreak or anything like that. You know, we didn't see any deaths. We didn't see any rejection really even. It was everything kind of worked out. You know, we did see some, I guess, sort of hurt feelings on the side of some sort of side characters, like Imogen would be a great example, right? She didn't get what she wanted with Nick. You know, clearly we see why. But the point is that she did kind of go through that. So I'm not saying there wasn't any. And then, of course, we saw the, you know, kind of like bullying that we saw from Harry and crew, from Ben. We saw that. So it wasn't they didn't approach it at all. It was just that the focus was on positive outcomes, right? And optimism. So that's certainly something we all could use more of, and I didn't fault it for that. But I am eager to see if we get a little bit more serious in season 2, or if we still continue that kind of happier outlook on things. Isaac. I love Isaac. I love all these characters, don't get me wrong, but Isaac is just really close to my heart. And I was happy to see in the trailer that it looks like he's either making a special friend or he is like having some love for himself. I don't know. I don't want to read too much into it, but it does look like he maybe had some, you know, sparks of his own happening, which I certainly hope is the case. And speaking of sparks, we saw Elle and Tao. Towards the end of season 1, we found out that Elle was having feelings for Tao. She was questioning with her new friends, Tara and Darcy, whether she should explore this or her hesitations with exploring this. And then, of course, we saw her kind of get a little bit more confidence in the finale. But we will see. Does Tao requite those feelings? Does he not? How does he kind of look at the whole situation? I suspect that we will see some friction there, that it won't be such smooth sailing into a relationship like Nick and Charlie were ultimately. But hey, who knows? That's what we're here to find out, right? You know, Imogen, I loved her. You know, I got some comments from you guys saying thank you for not like totally beating on Imogen like a lot of other people do. No, I didn't see her character that way. I saw her character as someone who, she's girlfriend's looking out for herself, right? She'd know Nick had feelings for guys or anyone really. So, I mean, I don't fault her for going after it if that's, what she wanted was to pursue something with Nick. I think we saw her make a few missteps in her journey to trying to become an ally. But I think we'll see more of that ironing out this season. I certainly hope we see Imogen. We saw her in the trailer. And so I assume that we will be, seeing her in this season. And speaking of people we did or did not see in the trailer, that was the one small sticking point I had with the trailer that I watched, is that we did not see my girl Olivia Colman. We did not see my girl Tori. We didn't even see Harry, who I'm not, fond of per se, but he brings a balance to the show and he has a role to play. So either I could see him being written out, possibly, right? Maybe Alice Oseman decided to go that direction and then fill that void with a higher, role or larger role for Ben. Maybe he takes over that kind of, spot. I don't know. But if we see him, great for that part of it. But yeah, with Tori and with my girl OC, they both have to come back. I don't know what that was about. I'm not going to, throw shade because we're all doing our best, and God knows me with editing, I hear enough of why did you cut this out? Why didn't you leave this part? This is the best part. So I'm not gonna again throw shade at the editors of the trailer, but come on guys, really? No Tori, no Olivia? Are you crazy? Are you trying to hurt my feelings? But I think that we will see them in the season. Tara and Darcy. So I touched on them briefly. We saw a little bit of friction with them as well in season 1. I feel like in this season, if they start to show growing pains in the relationship with Nick and Charlie, which would be entirely organic and totally expected if that happens, maybe Tara and Darcy are going to find their footing as the sort of more established couple, especially if Elle and Tal start to, also come together and Isaac's doing his thing. They might emerge as the sort of stable couple. You know what I mean? Where they've been doing it for a little while now. Well, not doing it, but maybe. But you know what I mean? Where they've been doing the relationship thing for a while now. So they provide, again, that stability for the other couples and, again, bring that balance sort of to the show. What else did I have? Paris. Okay, so we saw in the trailer, of course, road trip to Paris, right? I don't mind this. I said in my reaction to that, I'm kind of two minds about location episodes. On one hand, they freshen things up. It's nice to see a new environment. It sort of, it's fun to watch characters out of their element. All that, great. The other thing I'm concerned about, though, is that I like the settings. I like the school. I like the houses. I like their rooms. So for me, especially with so few episodes, I hope we don't spend a lot of time in Paris. But then again, I trust AO, right? And I have to assume that she knows best with this. She's got a plan, and I put my fates into her hands. And again, trust her judgment when it comes to whatever we do with the Paris trip. So keeping an open mind, but that's my only thing, is that I hope we still get to see enough of, the home setting and the school and things like that. Tal's hair. So I made some comments in the trailer and you guys kind of pushed back a little bit, and I totally get it. I just like longer hair. That's it. You know what I mean? Not even so much on him per se, although I do, like it on Tal. I feel like that's sort of a part of what makes him him. When I look at him, what I see is that yak, I call it, that sort of style in the front. But you also pointed out in the comments that that's actually not his hair, that, the actor has short hair, and I guess that maybe it was a wig or something like that. And I can also see, when season 2 comes around, these actors now have, their agents are better maybe, and they're lawyers, and they say things like, he will come back for season 2, but he will not be wearing the long wig. He will not be doing the Whitney Houston. So we're going to whip that off his head, and we're going to put just his regular hair, and you just going to have to deal with it. So I know there are some things that are to come that I don't know about, that weren't in the trailer, obviously. And so I'm so glad we get to watch that together. I will tell you, I've got a Tumblr full of peach tea. If you guys have seen previous videos, you know all about that. It just makes the video so much more fun for me. And I will also say that if you want to see the unedited full-length version of these reactions, you can find those over on our Patreon, patreon.com/DavidVersusFilm. Discord benefits, polls, and more over there. So check that out if you would like. I love my patrons, but I love you guys here on YouTube as well. Like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, leave those amazing comments like you always do. That is absolutely my favorite part. And last but not least, if we're not friends on Instagram, let's be friends. I'll leave a link to my Instagram down below. All right, boys and girls, be sure to stick around for the after party at the end of the reaction. But for now, let's grab our hymnals, turn to page 2023, and watch Heartstopper Season 2, the premiere episode. Okay, out. This one is out. Oh, Charlie, still a smitten kitten. Just so in love, came and buttoned his shirt. That's the good kind of love. There she is. Oh, thank God. I was worried. Okay. My girl Tor. Very happy now. Okay, I'm good. I can relax now. I love how cute and delightfully awkward he is. Just such a great performance by Joe Locke in this role. Hi.
I came out to my mum last night.
Oh my God, how did it go?
Really well. She was completely fine with it.
Oh, I love it. So we're just picking right up where we left off. Great. It's heating up. I love how everything's the same. See, that makes me happy. So I'm not looking forward to the Paris trip, but I love this setting.
Hi.
Yeah, so clearly still the honeymoon phase. They are both as happy as can be. And wouldn't you? A little zappy. Great beginning.
I have a boyfriend!
Yes, we're all fully aware.
Ah, the boys, there they are. Isaac's still doing his Beauty and the Beast with the bell in the book. Tal's got the hair for now, at least.
Talsu,
Was that Elle?
are you giving
Yeah, there
Charlie
she is.
relationship advice?
Root.
Rude.
Take it.
No. Tao!
Oh, see, now it means something, right? See, now it's like kind of changing the dynamic a little bit.
Imogen.
And my girl Imogen.
We're still friends, aren't we? I promise I don't fancy you anymore.
Yeah.
Also fancy someone else now.
Who?
Oh, that'll last about 5 seconds. Just ask her twice and she'll tell you, I'm sure.
My name is Mr. Farouk. My rules are simple. No chatting, no phones.
God, put the phone up. He doesn't look like a easygoing kind of guy.
I said sorry to Charlie for what happened.
Don't talk about him.
Oh, see, you angered Zoltar.
No chatting.
Yeah, Ben. Perfect interception, too, because Nick's just so passionate. I could see him just punching him right there.
I want to rejoin the rugby team.
Oh, I like Coach Singh. We didn't see a lot of her in the first season, but I thought she was a great positive influence for the scenes that she had.
You come back to rugby? Yeah. Yes, lad. Come on, then.
Well, that's very welcoming.
What? Are you still in a mood with us?
God, there he is. All right, so he's back. So everyone, well, I need to still set eyes on Olivia. But once I got her, then everything is complete again. Oh, there they are, Tara and Darcy.
Tao is literally the worst person to have a crush on.
What if you tried actually flirting with him?
Yeah, flirt with him.
Darcy and Tara are so great. I love them. And they have good advice too, you know? I mean, give it a shot. I know it's easier to say that when it's someone else, not yourself, but yeah.
You should do what you want.
See, but are those him feeling the sparks or her feeling the sparks? I assume it was him, and now he's like wondering why these feelings are bubbling up.
Got you a present.
What? Why?
We've been going out for 2 months.
Aw. Oh, I like that. That's cool animation on that. They're so subtle with the animation, but it's so well done.
How did you know this is my favorite chocolate bar?
You remembered. Okay, I'm not one of those people that doesn't understand how acting works, but I would be surprised if these guys... I mean, they've got good chemistry. That's all I'm going to say.
I want to tell people, you know, like Imogen, that just if we're out by the time we're on the Paris trip, we can kiss on the Eiffel Tower.
Wee, mother. See, this is where I'm a little confused though, because I didn't rewatch season 1 or even the reactions or anything to it going in. I wanted to try to come in, again, kind of clean to this, but I thought everyone kind of knew at the end of last season. So this surprises me. He keeps talking about coming out because I thought they kind of walked off the field together, if memory serves, and kind of made out.
I'm helping Nick come out to one of his oldest friends. You can invite some of your friends over.
I treasure my alone time.
Hi. I make cupcakes.
Wow.
Oh, but look how happy she is. Look at Tori with her little straw, and she's happy for her brother. I love her so much.
These are my favorite.
Is it?
Like, ever. Tao, like, your mom's passion. I'll be there.
Oh, I thought that's what that was, yeah. Oh, I love this song. It's a very good song. This is why I really hate that I can't keep songs in. Damn copyright.
But I'm gonna move into your house just so I can get your mum to make me these every day. Your mum? Let's go sleep over. So, speaking about
Look
sleep.
at Isaac. Still waters run deep. He wants somebody. These books only go so far. I need somebody to keep me warm on those cold, lonely nights.
Hi.
Hi.
My girl Imogen.
Gonna tell her today.
It'll be fine. She's an ally.
Exactly. See? I'm an ally.
How did you get to know everyone?
Oh my God, poor guy. He's trying so hard.
I don't know why it's so hard to just say it.
It's okay.
Oh my God. Charlie has the patience and the understanding of a saint. He's so patient.
You just need to get inspired. I could be your model. Draw me like one of your French girls.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Sorry.
Yeah, I feel like Tao is very confused and concerned, but Elle, I think, is sending very clear signals. Her body language and like the sort of moves that she puts on him, so to speak. Yeah. She's making it very clear where her interests lie.
Oh my God, finally!
Imogen's living her best life. Dancing, pizza, friends.
Charlie, can I use your bathroom?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Tell her right before she's got to take a dump. Imogen, listen, I know you're in a hurry, but she's like, oh God, you got to tell me quick because that pizza and the cupcake.
Is it about you and Charlie? I should have let you say it. It is kind of obvious.
Exactly. She's like, I watched season 1. I'm very aware. Oh, I love the way they use hugs in this show. It's a perfect reaction. I love Imogen.
Well, now you know about Charlie. You have to tell me about your crush.
Fine, okay. It's Ben.
Oh, what? Girl, that could have been the end of the episode for me. That was a cliffhanger.
The flirting didn't work. I think I need to try and get over him.
Oh, group hug. Oh my God, they're like right there next to each other. Yeah. Hey, as long as he does it to everybody who's on their way to the bathroom, they'll just probably spit it out for him because they're in a hurry, just like Imogen was.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming. Aww.
I can't believe people think you're straight.
I mean, he's got the best smile. I love how Charlie's got his blanket around him like every woman in a Lifetime movie who's reflecting on her life. Pulls the blanket closer.
You know my friend Nick?
Yes?
He's my boyfriend.
Oh.
Nick is banned from sleepovers from now on.
What?
Yeah, you've backed yourself into a corner now, Charles.
There will be no hanky-panky in this house.
Please don't say hanky-panky.
Yeah, see, I really like... Okay, here we go. Here's some of the friction that I was hoping for. This is real. This is real.
Everything's gonna be perfect.
Oh, Charlie. Oh, look at Tori. Great face acting. Oh, my God. Like a trip you look forward to. That went by way too fast. And much like when you're back from that trip, let's unpack that a little bit, huh? Taking it back from the very end, I love how Nick... I mean, this is what I took from it anyway. Nick seemed really worried about coming out, specifically to Imogen in this episode. And it went much better than he expected. Now he's happy, right? So now he's like, okay, well, this maybe wasn't so bad as I thought it was going to be. Charlie, on the other hand, Mr. Confidence, Mr. I've been through this, so to speak. I'm going to tell my parents at breakfast like it's just announcing the weather. And suddenly it doesn't go as well as he thought. You know what I mean? And Tori looked very concerned. And I love that we had that sort of angle from each one, right? So you saw Nick very happy at the end. You saw Charlie almost convincing himself everything's gonna be perfect, right? And you saw Tori like, girl, I don't know. This looks like it could be problematic on a few fronts. So let's just kind of keep everything in check with regards to our emotions and our expectations. But yeah, overall amazing episode. So again, going kind of backwards towards the beginning, I love that they showed the group together. What a great way to bring the main actors into the same scene with the slumber party, right? With the sleepover or whatever. I thought this episode kept it light for the most part, which is good. It set up what we hope to see for the season. They mentioned the Paris trip. We saw Elle and Tao starting to kind of figure out where they're both coming from with each other. Well, we know where Elle's coming from. She made it very clear. But Tao is now starting to realize, wait a minute, what's going on here? Is there like something else happening? Am I feeling things? Is she feeling things? Do I want to misread this and possibly screw up our friendship? Or do I want to like maybe read it the way I think I'm reading it and it goes further? I don't know. I like the way that they're taking a very kind of measured approach to that. Tara and Darcy, as I suspected, at least in this episode, were the stable, good couple. No drama, no issues, just happy, there for their friends. So that worked out great as far as I thought. We even saw rugby come back in for a minute. You know, I'm not the biggest sports fan, but I like that it has its place. And the way that they do it in this show makes it entertaining to me. So no complaints there. All the characters back. I did not set eyes on OC. I'm not going to lose my shit yet because I have a feeling she is coming into the scene, so to speak, at some point, hopefully sooner rather than later. What else did we get in this one? Charlie's parents, of course, we saw them. I never seen his mom. I remember the dad, you know, when he went to Harry's birthday party, but I don't recall seeing the mom before. So we'll see. I feel like there was some stuff there. If we see her again, you know, that she might be that kind of parent where, okay, it's one thing when I think about, you know, gay people, gay issues, you know, LGBT in general, but when it's my kid, is that different? How do we navigate this as parents? That's a kind of a cool angle that I would mind seeing some development on. What else did they have? I think that was pretty much it. We even saw Nellie, at least in the photo. I want to see more of the dog because, you know, I like the dogs. But I liked at least seeing her there. So yeah, and Isaac, I think, you know, if the trailer holds, we might see him get some you know, connection there with a romantic partner, because at least it looked in this one like he kind of felt that sort of longing for what the others were kind of experiencing. You know, he saw the happiness they had with each other, and I don't know, maybe it's just me overreading it, but I kind of saw that in his face, I thought. But I am very happy. I could not have asked for more. Seriously, I honestly, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, however you want to say it. I had no complaints except for Olivia, you know, but I'm sure she's busy. I'm sure she'll come along soon enough. What did you guys think though? That's what I really want to know. What did you think about this episode? Are we off to a great start? Was it everything you hoped it'd be? Did you get your expectations up too high and now you were a little disappointed? Let me know what you thought. Like, share, subscribe. All those are completely free to you if you feel like doing so. I certainly would appreciate it, and they help me out more than you can imagine. But again, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you have a great rest of the day / night, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want, and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble.